Thank you very much. The third Andrés, there will be another one. Okay, so this is a field experiment in Cabañeros National Park. We try to increase forest diversity in a Pinus pinaster reforestation. The objective is to remove the pine, and to establish new Mediterranean mixed oak forest. So we try to adapt the irregular shelter wood system, expanding gaps in Mediterranean conditions. So the gaps are very, very small, are much more smaller than the usual size that Andrés told us. So it's 0.5 the dominant height, and just the dominant height, the diameter of the gap, so very small. We also planted 3 oak species in the gaps. We have 48 gaps, 24 very small gaps and 24 big gaps, and also a control area. We also planted in the control area without any thinning, and we also follow up the natural regeneration of oaks and pine. Another objective for this project is to increase biodiversity, so we want to assess if there is any change in biodiversity indicators like bird communities and soil bacteria and fungi communities, and also we measure lichens. Here I'm going to present only the bird community results. So basically what we found in terms of the plantation survival is that the plantation is higher in the large, let's say the large gaps, but it's also high in the small gaps, with a very, very low survival rate in the control, which means it's under the canopy without any harvest. So it's very dense, it's 50 years old, it's around 500 trees per hectare, I guess, if I remember well. And in terms of natural regeneration, there's a lot of still regeneration of pine. Remember that the objective is to remove the pine, but we still have a lot of pine regeneration, even with these small gaps. Interesting, for both species, Pinus and Quercus, the main negative factor affecting natural regeneration is harvest residues. Okay. And for pine, light is the main important factor, of course, with light demanding species, and for oaks, the moss cover, the percentage of moss cover is much more important, which is related to soil humidity. For bird communities, we didn't find big differences. Only in the harvest area, there are less forest bird communities. There are more generalists, but not forest bird communities, although the species richness is the same in both in the harvest and non-harvest area. So, okay, sorry.